Before we get into the video, if you want to see more content like this, just let me know, and if you want to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about things that you might not know in Borderlands. I'm going to be covering little game details and some pre-production elements of the games as well, just overall stuff. And if there's anything that you didn't know, go ahead and leave a comment about it. Anyways, let's get on to the video. You know those little flies that surround loot piles all over different maps in Borderlands 2? This effect is actually reused in the Dragon Keep DLC as tiny moths surrounding the lanterns. There's actually a missing texture on the ceiling of one of the hallways in Washburn Refinery, and a different missing texture in the Rust Yards on top of a boat. Did you know that Oasis from the Captain Scarlet DLC was actually supposed to be in Borderlands 1 as well? There's a graphic for a postcard and a map name in the files, but no actual map, so the DLC might have been originally intended for Borderlands 1. The Pixie enemies in the Dragon Keep DLC share the same character model as Maya. Borderlands 1 went from being released in 2009 on Windows, Xbox, and PlayStation to being released in 2020 for the Nintendo Switch, meaning you could buy a new physical copy of Borderlands 1 10 years after release. Claptrap was the very last character added to Borderlands 1 and is also one of the only characters to show up in every iteration of the game, even including the Borderlands mobile game and Borderlands Online. Shock elemental effects in Borderlands 3 will sometimes have the word zap pop up inside of the shock environmental effects, like when electrocuting water sources. If you go over the money cap in Borderlands 3, you'll actually go bankrupt instead of keeping the money. In the Borderlands 1 Zombie Island DLC, there's a werewolf boss during the story with a hat made of macaroni, and the fans liked it so much that in Borderlands 1 Game of the Year Enhanced, it was actually added as a customization for all of the Vault Hunters. In the Campaign of Carnage DLC in Borderlands 2, Motor Mama was supposed to initially be an Invincible instead of Pyro Pete. In Borderlands 2's early life cycle, when new raid bosses first got introduced, there was briefly a 24-hour lock on every time you defeat an Invincible, so you could only farm once, then had to wait a whole day until you could get another run in. Some copies of Borderlands 2's box art actually had plagiarized material in it, but soon got addressed and changed by Gearbox and 2K. Gearbox weapons in Borderlands 1 have two weapon grade codes that are both references to Half-Life and Brothers in Arms, which are games that they had worked on in the past. Vermivorous is the only raid boss that cannot be fought in all difficulties as it won't spawn in normal mode. During the Mercenary Day event for the pre-sequel, Iwijiro was replaced with Ojuramir, which is an incendiary and cryo variant instead of being corrosive. Some areas in Borderlands 2 have manufacturer advertisements, and a lot of these actually have Borderlands 1 style weapons instead of what's seen in Borderlands 2. If you play with a DualShock controller on Borderlands 2, the lighting on it will change depending on what element your weapon is. And lastly, there's a spot in Aeronex's Boneyard that has no wall, and you can walk right through this and get under the map. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like, and I'll see you guys next time.